93,265,789 XP. 93,265,790 XP. Counting XP. Who said this was a great way to fall asleep? I'd have better luck playing the Des Moines because it's so boring. Wait, what was that? Someone just slipped a cherry mash scented envelope under my door. Hold on, I can't quite make this out. Let me find my reading spectacles and we'll see what this actually is. Hold on a second. Oh my. Could it be? Could it be? Ermahgerd, Perch, Nerts! Wow, we blew the sound out entirely with that one, dear Lord. Well, you'll pardon me for being a little excited because the unthinkable has happened. But before we kick this over to the KRKN Channel 5 News crew for thoughts and analyses, let me provide a little insight into the game you'll be seeing in the background. This is my POV from T-Bull's stream a couple weeks ago when we divisioned up with Cranky in the CV to go plane hunting. And after a couple more minutes here, you will see that Cranky and T-Bull kind of leave me to my own devices. And I get to deliver an epic beatdown to the red team. And unless you've been living under a rock, you know why we're showing a German battleship. So let's connect to our live satellite feed and see what the team has discovered. Jerk, are you there? Thank you, Jerk. Yes. As has been reported by numerous news outlets already, we can confirm that the new campaign ship will be none other than the Tier 8 German battleship Pommern. I'm sorry, Jerk. Did you say another German battleship? Yes. But don't we already have like 15 German battleships in the high tiers? And? Well, it just seems like maybe we could have tried something a little different this time. I mean, we are like, whoa, let me just cut you off right there, Jerk. Think about it this way. If we didn't have so many German battleships, what would you do with those 35 German battleship commanders? That's a good point. I guess I'd never really thought about it that way before. And besides, this German battleship will fill a role entirely unique to itself. I'm sure there are literally dozens of you out there saying, I wish the Friedrich de Grosse had smaller, less accurate guns. But for you dozens of you, you can now sigh in relief as that's what you're getting. But wait, there will be torpedoes that will get knocked out almost immediately, but surely the secondaries will make up for all this? Not so fast, Johnny. This will have the same secondaries as Friedrich de Grosse, which means a max range of 11.1 kilometers. Let's just say I don't see this taking the throne of Ruprecht, Mother, anytime soon. Not Mother. But speaking of Ruprecht, did you know its firing angles were bugged? Neither did I, but apparently they were, just barely. But that's been fixed along with the Abukis, turrets, and some others, so we will no doubt see Tier 8 flooded with that ship because that's what's been holding it back. Okay, so a slight buff to Ruprecht. I sure wish there was something more. Well, hold on to your butts. Epic mods are here. What do they do? How do they work? How do you get them? And on what ships can they go? Well, you will obtain them through missions that will pop up in your campaign and missions tab and stats. How often will that be? Who knows? This is their initial implementation, so standard legalese about everything being able to change at any time and yada yada yada. But these mods will replace the mod you already have and will give you the same perks as that one, but with the ability to boost other aspects about your ship up to 5 times in a single battle. That is to say, the effect will stack up to 5 times if you can achieve the things that are required to do. So, what do we have? Gunfire Control System Mod 2, which activates every 50 shell hits for cruisers and destroyers. So, if you hit 250 shell hits, you'll have 10% more range on your guns. Now, to me, that sounds like a buff to gunboats and light cruisers. just what we need. Artillery Plotting Room Mod 2, which after 10 Citadel hits by a U.S. battleship will improve your dispersion by 10%. 10 Citadel hits, what is that? That's about, 150,000 damage, so I guess it's possible. Main Battery Mod 3, which can reduce your reload time by up to 10% if you manage to hit 250 battleship shells. Is this a joke? Am I having a laugh? 250 shells. Let's say an average salvo is 9 shells. So you would need to fire 27 salvos and connect every single shell to potentially max this out. 27 salvos in 14.5 minutes. Well, let's not forget you get that first 2% reduction after just 50 shell hits. So, yeah, this one, it's a joke. And not the funny haha kind, the boo-hoo this really sucks kind. But on the other hand, Secondary Battery Mod 3 for Germans only, which has the ability to lower your secondary battery reload by 25% after 250 secondary hits. There is your Ruprecht buff right there. Lols, lols, lols. Then we have a torpedo launcher that can lower by 10% once you land 30 torpedoes. Are there any ships left on the red team after you connect 30 torpedoes? Anyway, this on first read sounds pretty bad, but it can be tweaked in the future. 3 of the 5 are buffs for battleships, 2 are buffs for destroyers, and 1 for cruisers. And really, that one's just for light cruisers. And do they need 10% more range? Why does Ouija hate heavy cruisers, huh? What? A second heavy cruiser has been added to Legendary tier, and is only sort of a battle cruiser? Mamma mia! It looks like my kerosene-soaked rags will continue to hang in the garage as the high-tier Italian Bureau project Ouija teased us with has been revealed. And while some might be sad it's not Venezia, myself included, I am still quite happy with the fact we are getting Napoli. Napoli has 254mm guns, which doesn't really give it any different overmatch potential for its AP, but its AP should have quite good penetration. Its HE will pin 42mm, that's right, HE, no sap here. Well, not on the main guns, but it does have very accurate sap secondaries with a range of 5 kilometers. So maybe a little useful in brawling, but nothing to build entirely into. Not that there is a commander that you can boost those with anyway, but yes, a heavy cruiser added to Legendary tier. Now that's going to spice that tier up a lot, right? I said right? What if I told you there was a new map for Legendary tier? Oh my! A new map by the name Riposte, which on PC is a ranked map only. I'm not sure I can picture this one, but it is set in the Mediterranean, so Napoli should feel right at home there. More? Who says Ouija hates cruisers? Why, they're bringing in a line exactly no one was looking for, so they can use the information collected as evidence that no one plays cruisers anyway, so why bother adding anymore? These will be in early access and can be described as a whole line of HE spamming super duper light pan Asian cruisers. Think a line of Atlantas but with no radar, a smokescreen, and deep water torps. They sure sound like turds, so who knows, maybe I will end up loving them. As always, we really have to wait and see with any of these ships. I mean, when Brandenburg was announced, that campaign, about a year ago, I certainly didn't know it was actually going to become one of the most fun ships at the tier. More? Let's see, 5 more ranked and brawl events, huh? Maybe the ranked will be something fun, like duos versus duos, or trios versus trios, something different. And really, brawl? I know some of you like that game mode, but there has not been a single one of those wacky events that appeals to me. And if you just use brawl for grinding silver anyway, Ouija is now hip to your plan and is massively reducing the earnings you can make in brawl. More! What if I told you the new service record screen is here? Well, literally, it is a new service record screen. none of the individual ship stats you want, but hey, have you ever wondered how many commanders you have? Now you will be able to know in a single look how many years of grinding you will need to do to ever max all of them out. I believe we're at about 7 years now. Sorry, new players. But don't worry, we've got even more commanders coming. Sure, we have the new Pan-Asian Cruiser Commander, but just one, to really offer some variety in your builds. But fear not, the Commander Department was capable of coming up with 5 additional commanders you pay for with as your lane wave 4. What do these offer? No idea. But how lulzy would it be if the French Cruiser Commander offered equilibrium of power as an option? Now that would be some pay to win. Please, no more.
Shut up.
Last things last. We have Lunar New Year stuff. What sort of stuff? Well, there is a new Pan-Asian premium destroyer called Northern Dragon, and I do not know what that is. I am quite curious because judging by the picture, kind of looks like a gunboat. There's also going to be a Celestial Commander, guys, which has a unique roaring voiceover. Revamped crates, also containing goods from the previous year's celebration theme skins for Pan-Asian ships. I wonder if there will be a new, even more terrifying one for Huang Hei. Anyway, that is the 6-pack, and that is the patch notes. Alright. Well, I'm kind of iffy on these, but honestly, there's so much crammed in here to unpack. It's going to be a while until we really know, not to mention the known unknowns that are coming. Personally, I think the big one is going to be the next patch, but we shall see. These mods, though, there is some weird stuff going on with them when you think about it. Like, could I get the Stalingrad's gun range out to 24 kilometers? Yeah, we will see. Anyway, we won't make you watch the rest of this one, so we can skip to the end and wrap it up for this. Let me know what you all are thinking down below, or with any insane builds that spring to mind immediately. That's going to wrap it up for this one, folks. But if you want to be there to see whoever we get on here next while we work our way through all of this insanity, think about hitting subscribe. Thanks for watching. I will get back out there for another one, and we will talk